Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Weekend Update, February 9th. And you see a little football on the screen there. It is Super Bowl Sunday, Samson style. So I do have to give a little bit of a shout out. Some of you have seen the news and articles out there that Homes.com is putting out a $1 billion marketing pitch this year. They want to take over Zillow, and they want to be the number one public portal out there for where the public's going to look at homes. The reason I love Homes is because they're your listing, your lead. They don't want to give your leads from your listings out to buyers agents and pay for them there. They want you to keep getting the leads from it. So if anybody's going to win in this space, I would like Homes.com to win there. I've had the pleasure of meeting their CEO, Andy Florence, a couple times, because our CEO of CoStar, I guess, not just Homes.com, who bought them. And they were gracious enough last weekend to call me and invite me out to do the Super Bowl in style. So I'm going to be in the Homes.com box this weekend for the game. So I'm very excited. Meredith and I fly out Friday night, and we're fire tonight, I guess. And so we're excited to go out there, and Homes.com, there's going to be a lot of other big real estate industry people in there. Hopefully I'll have some good stories for you all next week. So look for me in the box. I'll be next to Taylor saying hi, hopefully. But should be a great time. Hopefully everybody has their chips and dips and burgers and wings and everything ready for Sunday night and have some good time watching Chiefs 49ers. Should be a good game. Let's hop into the weekly market report. So first of all, for our DC metro area, we are up 7% in showings. We're up 16% in contracts, up almost 18% in listings. Those are all good news. Not quite at what last year's numbers were in some of those things. Listings up a little bit, but we want to see that positive momentum up every week. That's the good stuff. So we want more and more listings on the market. So there's a whole DC metro area, which is our biggest block here. That's good stuff. So 1,000 new listings last week. In that area. 340 new listings in the North Central Virginia area, which is up 37% over last week. So finally getting that big jump as we get into February. 20% more showings, 10.5% more contracts last week. So good stuff all around in those numbers. Our Baltimore metro area, 5% more showings, just 2% more contracts, but 12.5% more listings. That's going to lead to those contracts coming out. So I love it, seeing a lot of green and positive on the right side there, up from week over week as we build into that spring. That's normally our high time here, spring, summer. Up 9% showings in the Maryland, West Virginia Panhandle, up 12.5% in contracts, and 18% in listings. So they're starting to come out. I love that good news. Hopefully continued good news over the coming weeks and all these market reports. And I think everybody's starting to see more activity out there for sure. Top performers in volume last week: Nora Isasi, Jennifer Fang, Darren Robertson, Eddie Borgen, and Mohammad Wali. Great group of agents there. Top 5 in transactions for the week: Nora Isasi, big week for you, Nora. Darren Robertson, Guillermo Salmon. Good job, Guillermo. Jennifer Fang, and Eddie Borgen. So great job to our top 5 individual performers. Our top teams for the week: Shepherd Homes Group, number 1 in volume. Carolyn Young Team, number 2. One Street Group, number 3. One South Realty Group, number 4. And the King Group, number 5. Top 5 in transactions for last week: the Shepherd Homes Group, number 1. Carolyn Young Team, number 2. The One Street Company, number 3. One South Realty Group, number 4. And Agent for the People, Jennifer Dorn and her team there, number 5. So great job to our top performers for last week. So some announcements. I know you guys saw this the last couple weeks. But hello, Florida. We are officially licensed there. We are virtual. I heard we got our first Florida contract this week, which is good stuff. So you can reach out to Sarah or Deb Gorham if you want to switch your license over there. Our licensing team does have all the information, how to switch from your current broker over to us in Florida. If you do want to take that test and get licensed there, you can now be a part of Samson. Just an update, we got some new offices. We have that Richmond downtown. We've got Burtonsville, Maryland, which is fantastic. And then Martinsburg, West Virginia. We are officially getting internet and all put in. We are going to, it's probably usable much earlier than the 29th, but we're going to have our big grand opening party February 29th, 3 to 5 o'clock. So looking forward to that on Edwin Miller Boulevard. Headquarters to You was a huge success in Gaithersburg, Rio this week. Lots of great people out, lots of great interchange, good ideas. Good stuff there, and we had a great lunch and learn afterwards, and Ruth Chris as well. Coming up, so our next HQ to use, we got a couple weeks off here because we got award ceremony and then sales meeting, but we're going to have Tyson's on February 28th. In March, National Harbor the 7th. Now, these are normally Wednesdays. I had to move them because I actually got asked to speak at a couple events which I want to make sure I take advantage of locally. I'm going to be at the Northern Virginia Real Producers Event, the Mastermind, and the DC, Maryland Real Producers Event, Mastermind. I'm going to be moderating on one and on a panel and another. So if you're part of those groups, I can't wait to see you there at those Mastermind events. Tyson's HQU in March. We had National Harbor March 7th, Charlestown office March 12th, and then Lake Ridge April 3rd. So those are the next couple of masterminds we have coming up here. So put those on your calendar. I think we got two in Virginia, one in Maryland, one in West Virginia. So we hit everybody in the next 5 or 6 weeks. So good stuff there. Our Samson Award Show. If you thought you should have been invited and you didn't, please email me right away. We want to RSVP, make sure everybody's in there. But it's actually the real live ceremonies on the 15th. Again, we were limited to a certain amount of people in the room, but we're going to do a great job videoing it. Justin and Zach are going to put that all together. We're going to launch it live on the Cardinal Nest and YouTube and Facebook and all the places Friday at 11 o'clock. So we're excited for that Friday. We've got 16 different watch parties going on. We'd love for you to come in, share with one another, cheer for your teammates, see your own name pop up there, and exciting stuff. So we'll have all those watch parties all over our footprint on next Friday at 11 o'clock. Our next Super Salesman will be Wednesday the 21st here in Chantilly in the studio. I know Arturo Salemi's already on as a guest speaker, and I got a couple more that I'm talking to as well. So excited for that on the 21st. I mentioned earlier, to save the date, we have our Martinsburg grand opening February 29th. It's going to be 3 to 5 o'clock. 3 to 5 o'clock will be that grand opening. And then we're going to have an info session for any brand new agents or any possible recruits or people who just want to know all the things about Samson from 5 to 6 that day. Reminder, you can use the help desk for any of your questions. We're here for you. We're recruiting rewards if you want to bring anybody into those lunch and learns. Got a bunch of lunch and learns still coming up. We're taking next week off, but then we got Thursday, February 22nd in Columbia, Seasons 52. Ruth Chris, February 28th in Tyson's. Martinsburg, I just mentioned this, but following our grand opening 3 to 5, we'll have a 5 to 6, like more of a power hour, kind of a abridged version of the Lunch and Learn, everything you need to know in an hour on why they should join. And then the full Lunch and Learn in Martinsburg will be Tuesday the 12th, 12:30 to 2:30 at the Hilton Garden Inn. That same day we're doing the HQDU out there. So we'll have a couple opportunities out in Martinsburg to recruit all those great West Virginia agents. So we got a lot of great Lunch and Learn events coming up, and then obviously more to come after that. So Sarah sent out a couple emails that have caused a big buzz. We now in Bright, now this isn't for the CVR MLS folks, but in Bright, if you take a listing agreement and you get a signed listing agreement, within 48 hours it has to be in Bright. You have to enter it in as an office exclusive. You also have to have that separate form. This is assuming you're not going to list it in 2 days, which nobody typically is, right? So you have to have the office exclusive form signed, and either one of them, there's 2 in SkySlip right now. You can use either one of them, and you have to go to Bright. It is a less than 5-minute process. You just check office exclusive, click yes. You have to fill in like address and a couple things, and then publish it. Then it goes into a database. There's a lot of good parts about the rule in the respect that now all of a sudden, there is, it is official that you have a contract. It kind of gives you a little bit more of an ownership of it. There's a little bit more of consumer protection because it's out there. If somebody were to call because they see something out there, at least there's some record of it. I mean, I'm not a fan of doing extra work, but at least when you do have the listing in, you come back later to make it a real listing. At least you got the base already in there, so you've got a part of it done. We're doing a whole class on that with the MLS people live on the Cardinal Nest. You can get the link there Monday at 1:30. So make sure that if you want to jump into that class to learn all about this, you can on Monday. Now, if we have to do this new work, we figured we'd spin it in something super positive for Samson. So on the left there, you see the picture of the Cardinal Nest. You see an arrow. It goes to the Samson Sneak Peek board. So we've had this for a while, but not enough people knew about it, but now we've got some real juice to it. So in the top right, you see the Samson Sneak Peek. That is where you can put in more information about your house. If you want to say, look, I got 123 Center Street, it's coming up in Aldi, it's going to be around $800,000, 4-bedroom, 3-bath. You want to give a little bit of a description, you can. So you can put in a little bit more information there, you can submit it there, and then we will input it into the board for you. Now, but below that you see, there's now 2 boards here. Samson Office Exclusives. We go in every day. We have record. You guys, when you put an office exclusive, nobody can see anything. But as they broker, I wanted to be able to see it, so they got a way that I could find this list. So we go in every single day, and we scrub down everything that's in the office exclusive list, and we repost it back on this page here. So every day, if you log in, if it looks like this today, you can log in tomorrow. There'll be a fresh list. It'll probably look pretty similar because most things are still office exclusive for a while, but we're going to continue to add to it every day. So you can see right there, it's super powerful when you think about like, okay, I got a buyer. And this is very unpopular. It's been a couple days, right? And I got a buyer coming up in Aldi. I'm going to use them because Caitlin's got 3 in Aldi right there. Well, I know of 3 or 4 properties coming up. Sarah already did this and reached out to Caitlin and wanted to see if any of these were a fit for her buyer coming up. Look, Caitlin doesn't have to show it. She doesn't have to sell it. You don't have to do any of those things. But as a listing tool, if you sit down and be like, look, as soon as I take your listing, I'll put it on this board tomorrow, and 5,700 people are going to see it. And then as a buyer's agent, if I'm looking for more stuff, well, look, we got just on this screenshot here, I've got 20 Alexandria listings that you could have some awareness of. So you can contact the agent. Look, they may or may not be willing to let you get in early to see it, but at least there's an awareness factor. And you know something's coming before anybody else does. So I love that idea of it. So we're going to do this. And I think it could be something that really builds, especially if we get into the spring and summer and we're in an inventory shortage and we've got buyers that don't have anything to look at. At least we will have the inside track on all the Samson listings. A couple other great things coming up. We got some group coaching classes on Tuesday. Lisa Fry, 20 common mistakes realtors make and how to avoid them. I mean, everybody could use that class, right? I think I might go back and take it. So Tuesday, 10 to 11, get with Lisa. It's live Zoom link on the Nest there. Remember, we do have our daily huddles there Monday, Wednesday, Friday as well for our coaching team. This is one that it's caused a little bit of controversy. We didn't mean it to, guys. Tuesday at 1 o'clock. Now you have to come in studio here at Chantilly to see it because we don't want anything on video. This is not about we're scared of Redfin. This is not about bashing Redfin. But we've had some agents reach out. You know, it actually started as a thread on our Facebook agent group. And 60, 70 comments later, we were like, well, let's see if we can kind of connect some dots here. Is that if you're sitting at a listing appointment and you want to charge 5% for argument's sake, right? Whatever you want to try to charge. And somebody says, well, I'm just going to hire Redfin because they'll do it for 1%. They were here before you. And a lot of our agents struggle with what's the best way to objection handle that? So it's not necessarily to talk trash about Redfin, but it's to better understand how their business model works. So Heather Heath, and I think there was another Redfin agent that was going to come help as well. But Heather spent a lot of time at Redfin, one of our great agents, and she's just going to discuss all things Redfin, answer your questions, and just kind of give you a better understanding of how their plan works, you know, so that you can have those objections ready and be like, well, look, Redfin does this, but, you know, I do this, this, and this. So exciting stuff there. So if you want to come in studio Tuesday at 1 o'clock, should be an interesting class. We are not going to video that, unfortunately, because we don't want anything out circulating on that. Cardinal and Qualia, Connect for Realtors webinar. So it's all on how to use Qualia Connect better. If you're struggling with that, a good class on that. So that'll be Tuesday at 2 o'clock. The link is on the Cardinal Nest for that as well. Share the love. Be a mentor. If you're considered wanting to be a mentor, this is your official mentor call. A couple qualifications. You need to do at least 10 transactions annually, ideally. Like if you do 7, 8, or 9, it's probably enough. You know, everybody's numbers down a little bit from what it used to be, or you used to do a ton. Now you slowed down a little bit, but you got a good track record of success. Don't let that be the reason you don't call. 50%, at least 50% Cardinals Header Group adoption rate. You need to be a willing supporter of our local branch there. And ideally, at least 6 months with Samson Properties because you know all the things going on. I'm going to add something down here. A heart to serve, a heart to teach. You do make a little bit extra money mentoring, right? You can help somebody out. If that's the reason you're getting into it, don't do it, okay? Get into it because you want to help somebody's career get going. Because people helped you when you got going, and you would love to pour some of that knowledge back. The best mentors are the ones that look back and they feel so much pride and joy when they see somebody's career that was just getting going, and then 6 months, a year, 2 years later, they're crushing it and selling 8, 10 homes. You know, I was never Saad and Arslan's direct mentor, the Jale Brothers, but they were on my team. I was helping them very early on, and now they're fantastic. They're going to be in the top 5 of everything, or you know, they're getting all the awards. They're getting awards on Thursday, I'm sure of it. And, you know, the pride that I feel, and look, they're great. They've worked hard. that I'd helped in some way to help them get going is amazing. And I wasn't a great mentor. I just love those guys and got going. But if you have a heart and you want to feel that joy that you helped somebody really get going in this business, that's when you jump in to be a mentor. So have a heart to help and serve, and you'll be in a good spot there. A couple new videos we added last week: real estate safety seminar, business planning with David Warfel, coffee with Casey, how to minimize stress when selling. Some great videos that we were able to put up on Samson University. We keep adding to our catalog every week, so keep that in mind. The full schedule for next week. Remember, your orientations are offered daily all over the place on our different in our different offices and virtually. Monday, we do Lofty and KV Core orientations, so you can do that. We've got that MLS Touch mobile app tutorial, Monday 12 to 1. That's the MLS Brights app if you wanted to try to use that. You can do those things. Entering Office Exclusive, that's the class we talked about earlier, Monday 1:30 on the Nest. If you have questions about that at all, hop in there. I know Sarah sent out a great email with step-by-step and all that kind of stuff, but if you need to get in there, that's the time to get in with the MLS class, contacts there. KV Core and Lofty adding contacts. Our print marketing class on every Monday as well. Group Coach Zoom, that was the Lisa Fry class, about 20 mistakes that agents make. Broker Q&A with Kara and Kim. We're going to do that in Silver Spring Tuesday afternoon, so that'll be good. Get out there, meet Kara and Kim. They answer all your questions. They are our lead 2 brokers for the state of Maryland, so thanks Kim and Kara. Redfin Q&A was here Tuesday at 1 o'clock. Qualia Connect for Realtors, 2 o'clock on Tuesday. Skyslope Training Tuesday. So Steve was like who knew that Steve was the number one get in all of our company. You guys love Steve. I know I love Steve. He does a great job. But his MVR contract class here on Wednesday was 90 people. I mean, people were overflow. I've never seen anything like it. So it was fantastic. So I love it. Part 2 this Wednesday, the 14th, 10 to 11:30. So come on in Chantilly, and you can come and see the great Steve LaFave talk contract questions. So I love it. Mentor interest meeting Wednesday at 11 o'clock. I talked a little bit about that before. Lofty orientation Thursday morning as well. Mastermind group 10 to 11. That's the $2.5 to $5 million group. If you want to get together, exchange information, exchange ideas, create accountability partners. KV Core orientation at 12 o'clock. TBD is going to do their financial workshop Thursday in Clarksville. Friday morning, first thing, you got Aladdin's Fast Track Commercial Real Estate Training. Contract addendum training for GCAR in DC with Noble, Friday at 10 o'clock. Friday financing with Jerry Berry probably, or somebody from First Heritage, Friday at 10 o'clock as well. And then Q&A with Lori, Samson Awards watch parties. Those are all over the place. I was waiting for that one. Friday at 11, that'll be all over the place. Nobody should be in Skyslope's Q&A with Stephanie because you're watching the watch party. You can always Q&A with Stephanie any other time. Sorry, Steph. Saturday morning, 9 o'clock. You got your mastermind for dual career agents. So we do this at least once a month. We can hop in with other dual career agents and exchange ideas and talk about what's working and what's not working for you all out there in the business. Fun-filled week. It'll be fantastic to get to our award ceremony next week. Great to acknowledge a lot of people that had great years in person. We're giving out some Sam Fam Spirit Awards. Some Samson Cares Awards, some awards to fantastic staff members, as well as production awards for people that had great 2023s. I wish we could bring all 5,000 to the award ceremony, obviously for financial and space reasons. We can't do that, but I really hope that you guys will come in, engage in those watch parties and watch some of that. We're going to try to have a good time with it. So it'll be good next week. Thank you all for all your hard work. Please continue to support Cardinal Title Group as much as possible. As it gets busier, know that we've got a great title company with fantastic people sitting there ready to help you out. The more you support them, the more we can pour out into you. I'll make sure this is the best real estate company out there for realtors. So appreciate all your support. Hopefully everybody has a great weekend. I will see you from the suite. Me and Tay will say hi. And hopefully we'll see everybody next week around our footprint. Everybody take care.